Can he hold it in? They go too wide.
This battle for 13th and 14th, they go side by side into the castle.
He's at P2.
What is
War
happening?
Machine's at P1.
Oh, there is.
One. Oh, Winter gets the move done. Hello, hello, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all the ages, welcome to OCE Tier number 1. We're here for the finale at the Brazilian Grand Prix, the final race of Tier 1, the final race of Season 5, and the final race on F1 22 before the new game comes out in a couple of days' time. We're here. We are here. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge race in store for you tonight. And it's down to 2 men. It's down to Jared and Ryan. 6 points is the gap between those two. Ryan leads Jared by 6 points. There's technically a constructors fight, but Williams can win it in the sprint race. But we're still going to commentate on it like it's no tomorrow. But Drivers' Championship, it is 6 points. As you can see, 3-4-4 against 3-3-8 between Ryan and Jared. That's the gap, 6 points. So if Jared were to win and Ryan gets P7, they will start at the feature race on equal points. Equal points. That is sort of the levels we could be facing here tonight. If Jared gets 3rd and Ryan doesn't get any points in the sprint race, they will still be on equal footing. If Jared gets 2nd and Ryan gets 8th, still equal footing. So the storylines in this race are astronomical, the huge, the massive. There is still some points for the minor placings as well. We got Bio, Showtime, and Acrylics still looking to move off that bottom 3, especially for next season. And then constructors, as I said, it's 51 points with 59 for grabs. It's certainly a hard task for Ferrari to catch Williams, but yeah, I don't know. 3rd place is up the grabs for Red Bull. Even Alfa Romeo, they're 20 points behind the Astons. Mercedes are kind of there on their own. Alpine and Haas are having their little battle. And McLaren still last on the bottom. Luckily Pinji does have a teammate in Edmo, but I think the Tauris might be a little bit too far ahead to do anything. There is still battles for the rest of the placings. Battle for 1st, battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 6th, 7th, and 8th battle is still on, and technically Tauri and McLaren's are still in a battle, 22 points. McLaren can try and get themselves off the bottom. But there's the standings there, ladies and gentlemen. There is the standings. Right then and there. So, let's have a look. So, Warden is currently on provisional pole with a 108.2. Potato is in P2. Acrylics P3. Abyss P4. And Paddy Crow P5, who's obviously made a mistake and he'll go for another run. As cars are starting to come out here, ladies and gentlemen. C-Line racing here. It's not purple. It is not purple. So he might have made a mistake somewhere. Noodles goes to P3 now. Jared goes into the first spin into the 107s already. Nearly into the 106s. Oh my days. So if you want pole, you're probably looking at a 106. I'm not sure what Tier 2's pole time was, but my god, ladies and gentlemen, the scenes here tonight could be huge. Jared could win the title, Ryan could win the title, Williams will be the only second team in the history of OCE to win multiple Constructors' Championships in one tier. That won the Constructors way back in season number 2. The first season where the overalls really started. So Williams could be the first team to win a second championship. Relics is P2, Jared's P3, so 3 drivers into 107s. Make that 4 drivers into the 107s. Oh my days, we have got ourselves a race here this evening. Ryan's now coming out championship leader. He's got a 6-point buffer ahead of him. Gahoot is P5. So, if Jared wins, he's essentially champion. He is essentially a champion. So, the calculators will be out on lap 36 or 36. I'm sure Mitchie will be in the chat when he arrives to let me know what the permutations are. I know he's busy with P5 in the overalls, but anything could happen. Emmo P5 or 107.9. Pinju goes P9 with a 108.465. So we're just waiting on Burke and Spliff. Spliff is about to finish off his first time run. Just over 10.5 minutes to go. Spliff goes P3 in the Haas. And Spliff has shown some very good pace late on here this season. He didn't race earlier on, but he has shown he's got some pace, especially in qualifying. Just the race. If he could clean up his mistakes, I'm sure if he races next season, he can be in the championship fight if he can minimize his mistakes. That's what he's going to do. If he minimizes his mistakes, he'll be right up there fighting the likes of Jared and Ryan next season. As Burke did make a mistake. Waiting on Poms for the win 87 here, and a Roscoe in 18th. He's yet to come out on track. Let's have a look at Ryan. 50.987 under 51 seconds. Ryan is absolutely on the charge here. What do you mean? We're a league race, lad. Ryan goes to the top with a 107.489. So 1 and 2 in the championship are 1 and 2 thus far in this quali session. Jared's going out for another run as Burke, Poms, and Roscoe are yet to set some lap times. Paddy Crow down in 16th. He's coming out on track now. So we do have a sprint race, 12 lap sprint race, points for 1 to 8, as was it was last year for the real life season. Next season sprints are going to be interesting to say the least, considering how they are right now. Oh, Jack. Shut up, Siri. Don't know why my Siri went off, so that was awesome. Apologies if it came through. And Radix doing another lap. There's an Alfa Romeo. It's both of them are now coming out. Poms is yet to come out. He's probably just waiting till the very last moment. Not sure what the weather is, and we don't want to know. Hot lap with Ryan. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Alright, well, that's going to be not good. And Jared's invalidated again. Oh dear. And Burke is now on his next time run. Not sure who that was. It might have been Acrylics. I'm not sure. Someone did improve. Not sure. Did someone join? No, someone did not join. That's fantastic. Roscoe's done a lap and Burke is on lap. The two Alphas out on track. Pom's yet to come out. Just waiting. I think Acrylics is now just giving some space to everyone else. Paddy Crow goes up into 14th. So apologies, I missed that. Paddy Crow getting him in amongst it here, ladies and gentlemen. There is a Red Bull of Relics, and he's invalidated. Burke will be the next driver to set a lap time. And apologies, people, that the bot did not work in the Discord that we are live. I don't know why, but I've pinged everybody in the Discord, so hopefully we get some viewers going. Burke goes up into 13th. War Machine, how we doing? How we doing? Your man Spliff is in P5 and Paddy Crow in 15th. Paddy Crow doing pretty good here thus far. Roscoe, the next driver to set a lap time, and it is going to be 108.5. And only good enough for P15. And Warden does improve, but he stays in P8. Kahoot is coming into the pits. He must go. Potato invalidated. Where is Acrylics? There is Acrylics. He's up in the final sector. Well, second sector should say, but across the line. Is he going to improve any further? Yes, he does. P12. A 108.449. 5 minutes remaining here, ladies and gentle people. 5 minutes. Who is your money on? And no one really doing... Oh, Ryan is out there on another hot lap, so he's got virtually... He'll have the entire track to himself. And Poms is actually coming out, so Esky, he is that hot lap you requested. With run 1, Ryan 97, championship leader. And the timings, as you can see, is absolutely nothing separating. But here is the hot lap with Ryan, the championship leader, in the Ferrari. And Ryan Pitts. That's interesting. Did not take the toe from Kahoot. Not sure why, but maybe Ryan made a couple of mistakes in that lap. Where is Poms for the win? And he's invalidated. So next driver to set that time will be Kahoot. Let's have a look at his middle sector split times. Let's see. Pom's just having a bit of a moment there. Yellow flags, but he's still got going. And he's letting, I think it's... who is it? It might be Warden. Yeah, it was Warden. Good goes purple in the middle sector. That's interesting. Has he got 7/10 in him across the line? It is a 1:07.8 P6. P6 for the Hootman. Relics, he's out on another lap. Poms is doing another lap with purple in the first sector. Oh, Poms winding back the clock here, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most experienced league racers in the history of league racing. But we all love Poms for the win 87 here. Oh, Poms might have a bit of a moment in the cockpit there, but he might get a lovely tow from that Alpine. 51.6. It's not great. Excuse me. It's not great for Poms. Maybe that Williams car scared him just a little bit, but he might get a little bit of a tow here from the Alpine. It looks like he might just get it across the line. It's P10. P10 for Poms 1487 here, and he'll be absolutely chuffed with that. And there is 50 under a minute to go. Where's Ryan? There is Ryan. Where's Jared? Jared's right there. He's starting a lap. I think Ryan might make it just in the nick of time. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Penske for the restart tier 1. 10 months. What a legend. Oh, Ryan makes a mistake on the exit. There is Burke. Burke might get a lovely slipstream from Ryan now. And Ryan will get a slipstream from Kahoot. This could be huge. 1.5 seconds separates the entire grid. Oh, I don't know where to look. I think Noodles might be the first driver to settle that time. He is. He's nearly half a second. 3, 2, 1, and 0. That is it. Qualifying's done. Noodles is up into P7. He's up into P7. Potatoes P14. That is not great. Jared is P4. He does not improve. The two Williams cars are getting a slipstream. Jared gets pole. Jared gets pole. Spliff gets P2. And that slipstream from Warden on Jared helped. Where's Ryan? He's a 10th down. This is huge. Where's Relics? There's Relics. He's P4. Ryan, he's matching his middle sector. So it's all going to come down to this final sector, this straight along the pits. Oz Ryan, P4 Ryan. He doesn't improve, he stays P3. That is massive. That is massive. Roscoe P10, Burke P11. Oh my days. Ryan is P3. Spliff P2, Jared P1. Oh my days. The top 3 separated by absolutely nothing. Even Kurt and even Ryan right there is not far behind. 1.1 separating the entire grid. This is such a close grid here, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of tenths might shoot you up the order. But there it is. Jared gets the final pole position. I think that's like a 3rd or 4th pole in a row. But Jared, 6 points behind Ryan. Can he finish ahead of Ryan? Can he finish ahead of Ryan? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 12-lap sprint race first up. Oh my. Well, if the sprint race wasn't going to be interesting enough, it is now a wet sprint race. Ladies and gentlemen, the drivers would have already known about that, but we did not. But oh my days, ladies and gentlemen. We have a wet sprint race. Wow. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's fights everywhere. The top two in the championship, in the drivers, but constructors, there's battles up and down the field. And Haas is in one of those battles. They could potentially finish as high as, I think it was P4 or 5. But oh my days, they have a lot of work to do ahead of them. No worries, War Machine. Enjoy your pizza. And here we go. Here we go. And it's lights out and away we go. I think Jared gets to the line okay, but Spliff gets a better second phase. And Spliff is ahead of Jared. He's ahead of Jared. Oh, there's contact. There's a huge crash. Ryan now leads. Jared's P3. Jared's now P2. There's a huge crash. Surely that's a safety car. Surely that's some sort of safety car with the debris. Oh my days. I have no idea what just happened there. And I think Roscoe, yeah, Potato, Roscoe, everybody's got some sort of wing damage. Oh my day, Edmo up into P7, getting a couple of points for McLaren. And boy, don't they need their points to get ahead of AlphaTauri. Oh dear. Now, that is a controversial moment involving Jared and Spliff in the center S's. Is that gonna be sent to the stewards? I don't know. I don't know. But Ryan does lead ahead of Jared. But if they finish like this, it's only Ryan gaining 1 point, so the gap will be 7 points. It'll be 7 points. And Edmo's fighting with the Kahoot. Burke is in the middle of this pack as well. The rain has certainly spiced it up, and it looks like it's getting lighter, the rain. Are we going to see? I forgot to get up all of this. I do apologise. Are we going to see some dry weather at the end of this race? I don't know. Edmo loses a position to Master Berserk. This has helped Kahoot pull out a little bit of a gap here. And Jared now is under pressure from the Williams of Water now. Water looking around the outside. Oh, that would have been some move. Oh, Water makes a little bit of a mistake, and the rain is easing up. The rain is easing up here, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to stay on Inters, or are we going? Oh, yellow flag sector 2. Oh, it's Relics. It is Relics, and Burke gets Kahoot. Burke gets Kahoot. That is not good for the Ferrari fans out there. So it looks like Williams will win the Constructors' battle this evening. Unless Kahoot can get back up, and there is Warden still trying to get past Jared, and he's set it on the inside, and he's got the move done. He has got the move done. McLaren only getting 1 point in sprint so far. Pincher having a moment on the opening lap as well. There he's down in 16th, was doing alright. Spliff is down in 14th. I mean, I don't know. It's a controversial moment. Chat, what do you think? Is that a penalty for Jared coming his way? I don't know, man. I'll let the stewards decide that one. And Burke is slowly but surely catching up to Jared. And Curtis or Ryan is up in the P3. This is huge in terms of the overalls between AlphaTauri Alpine and Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo could still be in it, as I don't know what the full point is in the overall is. But with AlphaTauri of Ryan in P3, Jared P5 and Burke in P6, their respective teammates are outside of those points. It's certainly going to be an interesting task to see how they go. And Jared has caught up to Ryan. Can Jared get ahead of Ryan to make the gap 5 points? 5 points. And it is pretty easy to get some pens around it, and the rain is easing up still. But we're nearing half the race distance in this sprint race, ladies and gentlemen. We're nearing the half race distance. As Jared just holds back, he's got to make sure he can get this time done. As Noodles gets Edmo. Noodles does get Edmo. And Berg's right there. He is chasing down J-Rat and Warden, even though it says the Ochoki Milk. What a name, Warden. What a name. Alright, so the battle between Ryan and Jared still wavers on. Overtaken in the rain, it's going to be even more difficult than what it originally going to be is. But I can't help but wonder if that turn 1 incident is going to be sent to the stewards. Oh, Jared makes a little bit of a mistake. At this point in time, Ryan will have a 7-point lead heading into the feature race. So if Jared wins and Ryan comes P2, then it's a tie. It's going to come down to the fastest lap point. Who is going to get it? Will there be a late safety car? I'll tell you what, if there is a late safety car, oh boy, wouldn't there be some absolute drama in the Tier 1 chat. So points in the sprint will be handed down to 1 to 8. So Noodles has 1 championship point next to his name. And Ryan has 8, Jared has 7. So it'll become a huge difference if Jared can overtake. Yellow flag sector 2. Oh, it's C-Line. C-Line down in 19th. Potato in 17th. And it doesn't look too good for the Aston Martin team. They've been hunted down by the Bulls and Alfa Romeo, and it looks like only Alfa Romeo is going to score a couple of points. 3 points to be exact. And I'm pretty sure they might overtake the Bulls in this sprint race as C-Line's had another moment. Oh dear, and Burke gets Jared. This is music to Mitch's ears as he's the AlphaTauri team principal for the final time. And Alfa Romeo doing an absolute solid for him this evening. But also Alfa Romeo is still in this fight for P5 in the overalls. As Warden has caught up to Oz Ryan now, and Jared still behind Ryan. Can anybody make another overtake? And it looks like Williams will be winning the constructors in this sprint race. At this point, it's 11-10 to Williams, so they will gain the point by 1 point. So the gap will be 52 points. And by that logic, only 44 is up for grabs in the feature race. That's all she wrote, unless Kahoot can find some more pace. As Edmo and Noodles are going side by side, this is going to help Kahoot here now. The Sea Lion is getting out of the way. And he's now lapped. Oh, there's someone else around. Oh, it's Abyss. Abyss has had a moment. And they're going side by side with Paddy Crow for 15th and 16th. Oh my days. And there's a massive train from Kahoot down to Split. And Acrylics is right there. If any of those cars ahead have any sort of moment, he could be in there to get a couple more points. As Burke is chasing down the Williams car of Warden. Warden chasing down Ryan. The AlphaTauri of Ryan. I might just say Curtis, so it's not as to add to any confusion for the chat. But this is going to be huge points for AlphaTauri, especially in the constructor. They can pull away from McLaren even further. Thank you for the follow, Clutch. Much appreciate you. Welcome to OCERL, lad. Yeah, exactly, Esky. 20 of you watching this race. Much appreciate you. Alex, thank you also for the follow. Much appreciate you. Welcome to OCERL, lad. Hopefully having a fantastic Sunday. Enjoying the finale of season number 5. Season 6 is just around the corner. Jared makes a moment. As I was saying that, Jared makes a moment. Jared is 6 points behind Ryan in the championship. But Ryan leads Jared in this sprint race with a couple of laps to go. The gap is 6 points. 6 points is the gap between Ryan and Jared. At this point in time, Ryan will extend the gap by 1 more point, so it's 7 points. Unless Jared can get ahead of him. This could be a huge swing in the championship for the feature race. 36 laps. 36 laps of Brazil. And oh my days, are we in for a ride. Two laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, and Warden still cannot get past Curtis. His yellow flags. It's Potato, Aston Martin. Oh my. That is not good for them. They've been hunted down by Alfa Romeo and the Bulls. But at the moment, they're not going to be overtaken by anybody. But Alfa Romeo will close the gap. Even more, the gap is 20 points between Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo. Yellow flag sector 2, and it's Potato again. Oh, it hasn't been a good end of season for the Astons. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. The Astons have had a terrible end of season, and realistically, nobody can argue that point. Not even the Aston Martin team principal. But Berkey is on the back of Warden. Warden's still trying to get past Curtis here. Pendry gets a 3-second time, and that's not going to factor him too much. But Kahoot still has that mammoth train right behind him. Oh, excuse me. We're on the final lap. No, Relics has had another moment. Burke is... I think he's just waiting to see what Warden can do in this middle sector. But we're running on board with Jared and Ryan. That battle is heating up. But I think Jared might take a P2 at this point. Don't risk any more penalties. And Ryan will come around what is known as the final corner. C-line 3 seconds. That's not going to factor in too much. Ryan will win the sprint. Jared is P2. Warden and Curtis, they're so close. Who's got more? He's got more. It looks like Curtis has got it. Curtis will finish P3. Warden P4. Burke will get P5. Jared would get P6 and a couple more points for the Alpine team. Cahoot in the end will get P7. Noodles P8 and he'll get the final points. Edmo P9, Pons P10, Roscoe P11, Spliff P12, Acrylics P13, Pinger P14. Abyss will finish in 15th. Paddy Crow 16th. Relics is doing some Kylie Minogues. Sea-Line will be starting at the back as well as Potato. So the Aston Martins of Potato and Sea-Line will be at the back. But Relics, who could be a factor in the feature race. Because don't forget, the Bulls are still fighting the Astons. As everybody short will now cross the line. There it is, the finale. The sprint race is done at the finale. Warden gets driver of the day. So there it is. So Afro Man Alpine scored the same amount of points. AlphaTauri claw back 2 points. So I better get these sprint results as well, just in case if we need a lobby restart. So there it is. It's Ryan from Jared. Ryan extends gap by another point, so it's 7 points heading into the feature race, ladies and gentlemen. 7 points is the gap between Ryan and Jared. So if Jared wins and Ryan comes P2, it's tied. So it's going to come down to who gets the fastest lap point. Who is going to get it? And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is a dry start to the race. It is a dry start to the race. Here we go. Dry start to the race. Will we see some weather? By the looks of it, I don't think so. So Tarek claw back 2 points against Alpine and Alfa Romeo. Both Alpine and Alfa Romeo scored the same amount of points. In that overall constructors fight for P5. I don't know, man. We could be in for one hell of a race. Here we go to the grid for the final time of this season, ladies and gentlemen. And it's lights out and away we go. Here we go. Where is the tyres? There is the tyres. Oh my, Jared's down in the P3, he's back up in the P2. Is it going to be cleaner this time? Yes, it is. And oh, Warden's up in the P3. Warden's up in the P3. Burke's had a moment. He's down in the P8. He's lost a couple of spots. And looks like this time everybody got through cleanly. Jared is on the hards. Ryan is on the mediums. So that is interesting for the tyre choice. Spliff is up in the P10. What a start from him. As Edmo is looking for a move on to Master Berserk. Oh, Spliff goes round the outside, if you don't mind. Oh my word, what an overtake. Oh, can he hold on to it? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Oh, Edmo! Well, that's a penalty coming Edmo's way. That is a penalty coming Edmo's way. Oh no! He just got too excited. He just got too excited. That is not what he wanted to do. As Ryan sets the pace. And Poms for the win is actually into the pits. Poms is into the pits. Edmo gets a 3-second time penalty already, but I would assume he'll get a bigger penalty post-race. And the Alpines are 6 and 7. There is Curtis. It was a 107.4. Top 3 were just separated by just over half a tenth. It's like 0.061 or 63 or something like that. That was the top 3 gap. And Ryan's pulled out at second, so are we going to see some team orders over at Williams? They are confirmed Constructors Champions and the first team in the history of OCE to win multiple titles as a constructor. As DRS is now enabled, so we might see Warden might make a move on to Jared here. That's been coming Edwards' way, yeah. Yep, I think I concur with you. But we're just watching this battle between Jared, Warden, and Curtis. I think Jared wants to stay ahead, but he's making some mistakes here. And he's just holding up Warden just a little bit. Maybe we might see Jared make... Jared might let Warden go through and maybe chase after Ryan, put him under pressure. The gap is 7 points. 7 points is the gap. And the two alphas have swapped positions, and it looks like Warden is not going to make any moves. Is any... Oh, Edmo, Pinju. They're going 3 wide. Well, they were. Relics has made a double overtake on the McLarens. Oh, Pinju's now trying to make it back past. Oh my word, this is going to be 3 wide moment, is it? Pinju's going to make it. He's going down the inside as Relics. He's lost. Oh, the McLarens! The McLarens have taken each other out. Edmo and Pinju. Oh my days. I see it, but I do not believe it. McLarens have taken each other out. Oh my days. Oh my days. Pinju trying to make a double overtake. Oh no, as the dog is absolutely gone wild. As Burke is putting the pressure onto Paddy. Paddy makes a mistake. He might just let Burke go through. And Edmo's spun. Both McLarens are spun again. There's a swap over at Alpine. Noodles is ahead of J-Rad. Oh my days. It's now huge for McLaren. And Spliff is right there. Oh my word, Spliff! He's in a Alpine sandwich, looking for the move onto J-Rad. Going around the outside, but Noodles has the inside line. Oh my days. This is Mitch is loving this because Curtis is still in the P4. If Spliff can disrupt the Alpines. Oh, he makes a bit of a mistake. He makes a bit of a mistake. Did Spliff. But I think the DRS might get him here. Oh no, J-Rad defends. J-Rad defends. Round the outside of turn 4. Oh, a little bit of a contact. Let's watch this from Noodle's perspective. And Relics is not far behind. With these three battling, Relics is slowly but surely catching up. He's bringing Sea Lion and Potato with him. So these 3 cars I should say, need to be careful. Now Spliff has got a big clear air ahead of him. Can he catch Kahoot? I think Kahoot's gone the wrong way with the setup here. I tell you what, Spliff has got some mega pace here tonight. Pinju's got himself another time penalty. And Spliff is back up into P6. And I tell you what, Spliff has nearly dropped J-Rad here. Noodles is now ahead. And there is Relics. Now the 3 Rabbit Boys, they're teammates in their own right. How are those 3 gonna battle each other? Ked and Sea Lion's back within the DRS. He's back within the DRS, but I fear maybe the mediums might be starting to lose their way just a little bit. Maybe the hards are starting to phase in. Yellow flag sector 2. Oh, it's Burke again. Burke has made another mistake. We all know how Burke's pace is. And look, that Swift has dropped Noodles, J-Rad, Relic, Sea Lion, and Potato. And he's closing in on Kahoot for that P5 spot. He won't get DRS on this lap, but I think next lap he might get it. Lap 8 of 36. Yeah, flat. Oh dear, it's Pinju again. And Moscow gets a bit this time. Now, can Roscoe carry Abyss to the Potato Sea Lion Relics J-Rad Noodles battle? It's 5 seconds the gap. And look, there it is. So Spliff is within DRS. Spliff is within DRS. He's not going to make the move on this lap. I think. And Relics gets J-Rad. Relics does get J-Rad. And yeah, as I was going to say before I was coughing up my lungs, Spliff can just sit behind Kahoot here and just recharge that battery as Relics gets noodles as well. I think the Alpine's just let him through. He's looked after those tyres pretty well. Lap 9 of 36. We're nearly a third of the race done. Ryan leads Jared, but Jared is going to go a lot longer than Ryan is, unless there is a safety car. And it looks like Swift is just using Kahoot's a bit of a DRS horse and carriage at the moment. The gap is 6 seconds between Curtis and Kahoot. So maybe the top 4 might be set in stone here. What's the gaps to leader? It's nearly 10 seconds, nearly a pit stop. Half a pit stop is Ryan ahead of his teammate. I'll tell you what, safety car. It will change the dynamic of this race. So we're thinking if there's a safety car now, maybe the hards can go to the end. So the medium runners of Ryan, Warden, Curtis, Relics, Paddy and Poms can make it go to the end as Spliff is making the move on to Kahoot for P5. And he's got the move done. Yes, he has. But Kahoot will have DRS on the straight to turn 4. And yeah, he's going to breeze past. Yeah. It's always a gamble with that second DRS spot. If you want to make the move, you have to make sure you've done it early on to make sure you pull a gap. No DNFs yet. There was no DNFs in the sprint. Oh my god, Pinju's around. Just as I was about to say that, I thought Pinju crashed out there. And Relics is now into this fight, but he doesn't have DRS yet, as Split is really pushing Kahoot here. And Relics does not have DRS. No, he does not. Pinju, 5-second penalty, that's probably a retirement. Yep, there it is. He's done it in the pits. He's done it in the pits, and it looks like McLaren will finish bottom of the Tier 1 Constructors. Would you look at that? Spliff is now ahead of Kahoot and stays ahead. Now can Spliff run away? 7.7 is the gap between himself and Ryan and Curtis. Pit stop phases would be happening pretty soon, one would think. Pinju's car's finally stopped. Oh dear. Oh, it's now gone, which is... Oh my days, that would have been something if a safety car would have been called out there. Alright, so... Relics and Kahoot now. They've swapped positions. Oh, Curtis has left the session! Curtis has left the session, but I've sent him an invite. Now this is Spliff's chance to close the gap, and looks like the two Williams cars are just pulling away. Oh, this is a disaster for AlphaTauri. This is a massive disaster for AlphaTauri. Oh my god, if Curtis does not come back in. Oh my days. But War Machine saying Kahoot has confirmed the wet setup on. Oh dear. So and the base is spinning around. Get out of my way. Oh, excuse me. Lap 14 of 36, 23 laps to go. And Spliff he's closing in on that gap. Curtis needs to hurry up and get back in. Mitchie's absolutely biting his fingernails right now. Abyss and Seedline both get 3-second time penalties, and Seedline's currently in P10. There might be a changeover at Aston Martin to let Potato go through. And the gap is under 4 seconds between Ryan and Spliff. I know we should not be harming on about it, but this is huge in the context. I've sent Curtis an invite. I'll send him another one. And the gap is 3.5 seconds. Mitch is biting his fingernails. Can Curtis get back into the lobby? There is Spliff. Spliff can see Curtis's car in the distance. There it is. Go around that corner. And Jared is closing in on the gap to Ryan. So the hards are starting to phase in better. Beast, I joined when there was 2 people. In the chat. And it's 1.8. 1.8. Oh my days. If Curtis doesn't get back in quick smart, he's just going to fall down by the wayside. And unfortunately, Krelix is down in, down in 15th. Chasing Paddy Crow for 14th. And look at that, Spliff has caught back up to Curtis. I think it might make the overtake now. And yep, there it is. There it is. Lap 16 of 36. We might start to see some pit stops happening pretty soon. I think Ryan might take these hard mediums to maybe lap 18, 19, maybe even 20. Do the same sort of a strat as Jared. And there goes another place for the AlphaTauri driver. Now, we must talk about the controversial moment between Jared and Spliff in the sprint race at the lights out. So, if Jared wins the race, Ryan comes P2. They'll be on equal points, but who's going to get the fastest lap point? That is the question. But could Jared be facing a penalty? Mr. Beast, thank you for the follow. Welcome to ACE, lad. And hopefully you're having a fantastic Sunday evening wherever you may be in the world. Oh, Curtis is go. Oh, no. He has no Wi-Fi. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's going on softs! Oh, no! Oh, no! I tell you what, if Curtis somehow gets back in and there's a safety car, his race will be saved. But, oh, no. Oh dear, and Jared is under a second of Ryan. Now, Warden does have a big gap to split. Does Warden want to pit? Ryan does not pit. Does Warden want to try an undercut? No, he does not. What about Relics? Does Relics pit? No, he does not. No, he does not. Abyss gets another time penalty. It's all gone wrong for Abyss. He's got 14 seconds of penalties. It just hasn't been the race for Abyss. And he's gone for another spin. Lap 19 of 36. The Peens are 7th and 8th, Mitchie. The Peens are 7th and 8th. And Abyss has retired in the pit. The second DNF. Now, I've noticed a Pendra and Abyss have gone on the Indus. Oh my god, it's raining! Oh my days! I didn't even think about that with the rain. Oh no! Alright! Alright! It is raining here at Brazil! Now! Lap 20 of 36. 20 of 36. 17 laps to go, which will be 16 once these two cross the line. Right, so when do these guys pit? Ryan at the moment has got the fastest lap point. The Elfax Sector 2. Oh, it's Poms. Poms has had a moment. Jared now leads. But Ryan's still champion with that 1 point. Paddy's had a moment. It is starting to become a little bit too wet. Maybe the tyres have had enough. I'll get the interval back. DRS is disabled, so there it is. There it is. And Burke is into the pits. He's going to go on to the Inters first. Now, Mitchie still has a driver in this lobby, Acrylics. His hopes of a P5 rest on Acrylics. If there is a safety car, he's back in this race. Inters. Paddy Crow's coming in for the Inters. Poms will be coming in for the Inters. I think it might be Inters time. Yep, it is. Jared's in. Ryan is in. Is Warden coming in? Yes, Williams are doing a double stack. They don't worry. Oh, Spliff has had a moment. Spliff has had a moment. And now Jarrett does come out. Spliff's got a 5-second penalty for spinning into the pits. Oh my days. It's not coming up Millhouse. 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go. Oh my. Now, Ryan might have confirmed the fastest lap point. Unless it dries up at the end, maybe Warden chucks on a set of sauce and try and get that fastest lap point. And then we're on equal points. How are we going to determine the championship? Also, will Jarrett get a penalty for the sprint race incident on lap on the lights out with his incident with Spliff? That's another thing we have to factor in as well. Oh my days. It is all not coming out Millhouse. Whew. I am sweating. 14 to go. 14 to go. Sea Lion is on the hunt to Noodles. This will be absolutely Mitch's dream right about now. If the Astons can overtake the Alpines. The 7th and 9th. Roscoe got one of the Astons. And Spliff does get Kahoot. Spliff does get Kahoot. Now this is sort of what happened in the sprint race with this weather. It was the exact same weather forecast. Now with 13 to go, are we going to see any more dry weather? It doesn't look like it. It looks like the track's got a sheen to it. A sheen on it. And at the moment, the close battle on track is between Noodles and Sea Lion, but Sea Lion does have a time penalty, 3 seconds. I'm not exactly sure, Manny. Abyss hasn't done the Tier 4 standings, and the Tier 2 standings hasn't been done yet. So I don't know what the gap is currently. But I think they have. I think they have. At 25 or 36, 12 laps to go. So now we have a sprint race to the end. We now have a sprint race to the end. Oh, Silo makes a mistake. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. This. Oh, Curtis has rejoined, but he's down in 13th. He's down in 13th. Fourteenth now, with that Edmo overtake. Oh, if only he's... Oh, Paddy's out! Oh my days! Is this the safety car? Oh, it's a safety car! Oh my days! Oh no! Backed in to get rid of his... Yeah, if anybody's got 5 seconds, get rid of it. No, get rid of it now. Spliff, that means you. Get rid of it. Oh no! Oh no! At least it's not a very, very late safety car. Edmo's going on to the wets. Oh, Roscoe's got himself a 5-second penalty. Oh my days. Edmo is coming out onto the wet tyres. And Poms will keep his lap. So Poms can be another factor in this race as well. Towards the end. As the leaders have caught up. Oh my days. Spliff, like, come into the pits, get rid of your 5 seconds. You have to. Now that Curtis is back in, he will definitely become a factor. He would now, Mitch, you'll be absolutely doing jumping jacks right about now. So come on, Curtis, you good thing. So Roscoe and Spliff both have 5 seconds each. Potato. So the wet tires. The wet tires. That is interesting. Let's just ride on board with Edmo. Let's check out his pace. It doesn't look wet enough for the wets. Let's just ride on board with him. I mean, yeah, I don't think the wets are the choice of tyre at the moment. No one else is boxing. Spliff is not coming in. First lap is with Ryan. So at this stage, Ryan will win the championship by 1 point. This is pre-Stewards at this point in time. Now, Sea Lion's got 5, Roscoe's got 5, and Spliff has still got 5 seconds. Those three need to get rid of their 5-second penalties if they want to have any chance of any more positions. Because I don't think we're going to get another safety car. So 3 cars are on the wets. The 2 Astons and the lone McLaren of Edmo. I think out of the 3, Potato does not have a time penalty. Excuse me. So we might have to keep an eye on him late on. And Curtis is back up into the top 10. Oh no. Yeah, they're on equal points, but Ryan does have the fastest lap. Ryan does, so technically Ryan is leading the championship by a point. Oh, Burke's in! And he's going on to, he's got nothing to lose. Sea Lion's in to get rid of these 5 seconds. And Poms is in! Poms and the 2 Avataris are 10th and 11th. Oh dear. So we're thinking we're gonna, the safety car might come in at the end of this lap. Or for Warden to overtake Ryan, Mitchie. But there might be a steward's report coming in on Jared. There might be a steward's report coming in for Jared. With the turn 1 sprint race. Here we go. So 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th are all on the wets. Pom's got himself a 3-second time penalty. Safety car is in this lap. Here we go. And Jared is now a go. It's green flag racing. Spliff! Oh my days! Has he got run? Oh, it is absolutely chucking it down. Spliff needs to hold on, and he does. Spliff just holds on. Oh, Roscoe! I think Roscoe gonna collect. I think it is the wet tires. I think it is wet tire weather. Oh my word, Potato with the better grip. Oh, there's contact between Potato. Burke going down the inside, around the outside. Oh my days. Burke. Oh my god. This is Belgium all over again. This is Belgium all over again. If you remember what happened to Belgium. Oh my days, the last 3 laps. We're so chaotic. Six laps to go. Cahoots around. Cars are in. Cars are in. It is too wet. The front 3 have decided to stay out. Edmo's up in the P6. Now, this is a factor because I tell you what, McLaren could still overtake both. Could still overtake the AlphaTauris here this evening. I think. And Burke's just got so much more pace than Warden. I'm surprised Warden didn't box for the wets. Edmo gets Potato. Burke gets Warden. The better traction on the Alfa Romeo. Oh my days. We'll get the penalty situation. There is the pens at this point in time. Oh, Ryan and Burke made the exact same mistake. And Burke is now up to P2. Oh my days. Jared is absolutely screaming at the moment. Oh my days. 4 laps to go. Oh my, Edmo's up into P4. Let's get the tyres. Curtis and the critics are still. Roscoe's out. Roscoe's left the session. Could Edmo get McLaren's best ever result this season? I tell you what, the AlphaTauris, they want the checker flag now. They need the checker flag now. Potato's got Warden. Relics has got Acrylics. There is Poms for the win, 80-70. Where is Acrylics going? Oh no. And Noodles is right there. Can Relics catch Curtis? There is Edmo. And there is Potato. Oh my days. I don't know what to believe. It just got too wet. It's the wet tires are the tire to be on. Oh, now this is going to become interesting. This is going to become interesting. Two laps to go. And Ryan is holding up Edmo like a piece of bucket. Curtis is down in 8th place. Acrylics is outside the points. So, at this point in time, Ryan is still champion. 18-16. So, Jared only gained 2 points and Ryan will win by 5 points. Excuse me. Oh! Edmo and Potato's taking each other out! I think that is it! I think that is it! Potatoes still won't have a chance. But I highly doubt it. It is the final lap of the race. Final lap of the race. Oh my days. There is Ryan and there is Potato and Relics. They're still going to go side by side. Jared is doing all he can. It looks like Burke is going to win the Brazilian Grand Prix, and Frizy predicted in the Tier 1 chat. Here we go. Master Berserk is going to win the finale at Brazil. I think Jared is safe for P2. There is Ryan. I think, ladies and gentlemen, unless something catastrophic happens, Ryan is going to win the championship by 5 points. Yes, he does! Ryan is your Season 5 OCE Tier 1 champion. Jared put up one hell of a fight. Relics gets P4, Potato P5, Warden gets P6, Edmo P7, Poms P8, Noodles P9, Kodas gets P10. But oh... You mean Alpine, Mitchie, not McLaren. Actually, you know what? Jared only beats Ryan by a point. So there it is. So there is your top 3 for the weekend. Ryan wins the championship by 5 points. We'll get the race results. But oh boy. What a race. No, I meant in the constructors, Mitchie, not overall. But oh my days. Burke wins, Jared P2, Ryan P3, Relics P4. I'll get... where is Ryan? There is Ryan. Invite to party. Hopefully Jared and Burke will join. There is Ryan. Let's wait and see if Jared and Burke will join in. If not, I have... Oh, there's Burke. Told you, Burke, you're going to win this race.
Yeah, had to give you something to root for.
But ladies and gentlemen, all 3 in. We'll kick off with Burke. That was an intense final couple of laps at the end there. The switch to wets was a masterstroke.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure, but I had nothing to lose being where I was. Full send, and it worked out in the end. The last 2 laps, I'm just like, please don't bottle, please don't bottle. because it was getting a bit squirrely, but managed to bring it home. P3 in the championship, GG.
Yes, GG's indeed. Well done, lad. Jared, so close yet so far, but second place, and Ryan gets you by 5 points in the end. Tell us about that race.
Yeah, it was good fun. Trying to guess sort of, when the rain was going to come and what tire to go on. I felt like I had it just about right, and then I saw after that last safety car Burke flying up on wets, and I immediately started to panic because as much as that could have worked for me, like having another car between me and Ryan, he just pissed off into the distance. So yeah, it was a fun season. So GG to Ryan, he fully deserves the championship, whether I missed races or not. I think we had some good battles, and hopefully it was a few good races to watch.
Well, you don't go completely empty-handed. You do win the Constructors title, and you've made OCE history as well, as with Williams being the only team to win multiple championships. You must still feel pretty good about that.
Sure.
Well, GG's, my guy. We'll go on to Ryan, championship winner, P3 in the end. Lad, that was Brazil.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was in that country. Yeah, that was quite the nerve-wracking experience for an hour or so. I don't know what happened in that sprint race, but that obviously gave me a bit of an advantage with the extra point. And then I thought I'll just YOLO the mediums, because if I get fastest lap and come second, I'll win it anyway. But we had all that weather at the end. And yeah, I had a feeling the wets were going to be better, but I was just going to do whatever Jared does, because then we're both stuffed over, really, if it's the wrong call.
Yeah, I bet your heart was in your mouth with Edmo and Potato fighting behind you.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to hold on to third or fourth or whatever I needed, but I did. But, yeah, it's good fun. GG's to Williams on the old Constructors, and Jared for making it a lot closer than it should have been, given his missed races. I think he was probably a little bit quicker than I was, or more consistent than I was, but obviously the added races helps.
And back-to-back Tier 1 championships. You etched yourself in OCE history again, and you must feel pretty good about that. I'm sure Mitchie will be absolutely loving it, as well as Kahoot.
Yeah, it was nice to win, I suppose. It's better than not.
That is true. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Brazil sprint race done and dusted. It was such a chaotic race. Thank you everybody that's tuned in and watched all of our tiers across the weekend. Shout out to Kirko helping us out with Tier 2 last night, and for 3 other streams that he did for us as well. Abyss with the Tier 4, and I guess myself with both doing Tier 3 and Tier 1. And Mitchie's saying AlphaTauri has got P5 in the overalls, as Mitchie's now celebrating. So GG's to AlphaTauri for getting P5 in the overalls. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We're done. Tune into our partners over at Wallaby. They have their final race at Britain, which is a sprint race, which I have to do comms now. So until then, Season 6 is not too far away.
If you want to look as beautiful, sexy, and handsome as this man right here is trying to become a back-to-back overall winner, go to Sully's Shirts today, ladies and gentlemen. Check out our store. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can get this.
I've been hit.
Well, that's in rapid swap. Anyway, here's the YouTube channel as well. Check out our races. Check it all out. The best, the good, and absolutely everything. And don't forget our Twitch channel as well. It is an absolutely gorgeous Twitch channel. Follow, subscribe, and give us the love. And our partners, of course, Rapid Racing League and Wallaby Racing League.